You ready?
Okay. Beautiful.
As we start this session with a wee cheers and a wee toast, Slanjuma. Cheers to that. Slanjuma. Cheers to that. Slanjuma. Hey guys, and welcome back to Cooking Conversations. I'm Max, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit special to me and reminds me of my homeland up in the Highlands of Scotland. So, as you can see, we have some ingredients in front of us. Obviously, the star of the show, mussels, and we've got some funky stuff going on. We're going to make a white wine sauce with creme fraiche, obviously salt and pepper, and with a little bit of heat in there, we're going to put the chilli, and the chili flake and the parsley, onions, garlic, and of course spring onions. And yeah, I'm standing here alone having a conversation with nothing but you behind the screen. I need my big pal Jonas. Can we give a round of applause to Jonas? How's it going, man?
Pretty good.
You want to
Good to see
take a
you.
left?
Yes,
Take a
of
left. We need to chop up some onions. We need to chop up some spring onions, a little bit of garlic, the heat of the chili, and then we can start cooking. So we just, before the cooking process, obviously, this is just the prep. But yeah, you need to make sure that all of them are in good condition, and just a quick scan through them. So, I'm gonna sit. Let's give it a wee shake. If it closes, it's good. Quick, all good. All good. If you guys saw last week's episode, we discussed how to cut a chili. I'm going to do the same thing again.
So, for me personally, there is like these 5 senses a person has, right?
Mm-hmm. You're talking about like hearing, tasting, smelling.
Yes. And for me, smelling and tasting are like really similar. Crazy to lose one of those senses. But if you lose one,
oh wow, curveball. Okay. If I were to lose one of my senses, which one would I choose? I'd probably say hearing.
Okay.
But I love music. It's an impossible question to answer. But Jonas, you always do come up with the best questions.
Thank you.
And for me, yeah, I think there's such a special thing, like almost in a primitive sense actually, of people kind of coming together and sharing that time and that space. And I really think that if you've enjoyed a dinner from beginning to end, you know, and you've made everything to yourself, there's such a sense of reward. And when you're able to share that with people, it makes it extra special, I suppose. So, yeah.
The evening, when the day is almost over,
Yeah.
just have a nice conversation.
Stick a candle on, crack open a bottle of wine.
Cooking conversations.
Cooking conversations. Yeah, so we've just chopped everything up. Cheers to that. Slanjuma. And it's really just a case of throwing everything into the wok. Wok, pot, pan, maybe not pan, pot, whatever works. It's really just to get a large enough vessel for the mussels to cook in. So I'm going to start off by turning the gas on. Let the wok slowly heat up, and then we will throw in both the garlic and the onions.
Not the chilies here, right?
Not yet. We're just going to add the onions, and when we do the spring onion, we add the chili.
Last week we talked about my home country.
Indeed.
And like a special ingredient, so-called staple.
Staple.
Yeah. And what's that staple for Scottish cuisine? Or like,
Wow. Scotland is a very cold country.
yeah.
And we have a lot of hearty food, like potato is the backbone of, it's our staple in Scotland, you know? In the winter, with it being so dark and cold, there's nothing better to come home, your mom and dad, you know. It is very, very meat-based with a lot of game, like deer and beef and the seafood, as we're just showing off today. It's really nice. Right now we're just getting the onions to simmer down and kind of sweat them a little bit with the garlic, and already it's smelling pretty good. The spring onions really there to give it a little bite. And we still want it to be a little bit fresh. So by adding it in now, hopefully we're going to achieve that. Beautiful. Salt. Pepper. And always with a little bit of chili flakes.
Did we also add Tabasco last time?
We did. We shall. However, it's a little bit, I'm just thinking, it's all Tabasco. It's like, so, I'll just do a quick one. So we're just letting this all fry up now on a decent medium heat. And you can really start to smell all the different flavors with the chili and a little bit of the butter coming through. Now we're going to get on to making the sauce, and as I said earlier on, it's really just a one-pan game. So we're adding creme fraiche. Bought one packet earlier on, and for 2 kilos that should be enough.
Actually 2 packets.
It was 2 packets. 2 packets for 2 kilos, that should be enough. And yeah, once that's in the pan, really just work it through all of your vegetables, and that's going to simmer down quite nicely. So once we've added the creme fraiche, once again a little bit more seasoning, because I really do love pepper, and with the creme fraiche it's a winning combination. And now we're going to get a little bit fancy. You have your creme fraiche in the bowl, in the wok, simmering, cooking, looking pretty tasty. Now we get busy with the wine, and the wine is the backbone of the sauce. You need the wine in there in order to cook the mussels, and we're gonna, we're students, we'll add a little bit more, and a little bit more. We tend to go for around half a bottle, obviously that's subjective for taste, and give it a little bit of a swirl. It's all gonna become as one. For just a few minutes, we need that wine to heat up to the temperature of the rest of the wok, and
I think it was enough.
I think so.
It's not a lot.
You wanna ask, huh? What?
Wanna chop the mussels in a bit?
Yeah. Chop up that bread, mop up that sauce. I'm gonna take the parsley out from there. Mussel time. You wanna follow me? And it already smells really, really good. Really good, actually. So, chuck everything in. Give it a big stir. Now, as we're trying to cook the mussels, we're steaming them in the sauce and the wine. And then they're gonna open with the heat, and then that's how you know that they're done. Chuck in a decent handful of parsley just now. And of course, one final stir. Now we put the lid on and pray. Give it around 5 minutes, and once all the mussels are open, it is time to eat.
Beautiful. Look at those.
Oh my gosh.
Alright.
I think we're done, man. Gorgeous. Guys, feast your eyes. So, I present to you, my friend, my my version of Drunken Mussels. I can't wait to get into it. I don't know about you, but
It just looks beautiful. Like it's crazy. This bean color, like the orange of the mussel itself. But I just want to get into it.
Exactly.
Shall we try it?
Let's
Sauce first?
Get a little bit of sauce. So I mean, bread is the chosen weapon, I suppose, and the sauce. Leave it in there, soak it all up, and enjoy. 3, 2, 1.
It just makes me happy. This is crazy. It's so good. I can't describe the taste. You actually taste everything there is.
The layers, right?
And that's why I love it so much. Let's get into the mussels.
Yeah. So,
Beauty for you.
remember the last time we ate mussels? I showed you the special way.
You can show me again.
So, you break it in half,
Alright.
leaving one bit there, and then you scoop it up with the other shell, like that. Whoop. Perfect.
It looks nice. It tastes nice. It's perfect.
Good
Well
stuff, man. So that's been Max and Jonas cooking conversations.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Hope you guys enjoyed
We
it.
did, definitely.
Till next time.